Okay, so welcome back to this video, and as you probably already know, we left off in the last one allowing users to change their passwords. So for example, if I change mine to password again, it works. If we can we can check this if I log out and then log back in with the new password, it lets us in. Okay, but first we have this new text area called About You, and that's what we'll be doing today. Well, we'll be doing that and a few other things. And whatever they put in that text area is what's going to go here. So obviously we need to create an extra like row or whatever for it. So at the end of the table, I'm just gonna scroll over, and oh sorry, I can't find the button. So I'm going to create one column, and it's going to be called bio for biography, which is like about the person, and it's going to be of type text, and that's it. Okay, so before we actually allow a user to update it, I'm just going to put in some random text so we can display it on the profile first. So about no, so that the biography feature is working. Let's just say that. Sorry. Okay, so go. And there it is. So what we're going to do first, we need to open the profile.php page. And here it is. It says this is okay. We don't need to worry about what it says. So in here, first I'm just gonna open a PHP block. I'm once again gonna create a query called about query. Let's just call it that. And it's going to be a MySQL query, obviously. And we're going to say select. Wait, we don't even need to do that, I don't think. No, we don't. No, yeah, we do need to create a new query. So I'll say select bio from users where user name equals, and we can just say username. So it selects the bio row from the users table where the username equals username, which is the variable we made earlier. So it selects that. Okay, so now we just say get about. Now we'll just say get result. And that's gonna equal my SQL fetch associative array, which is just a sock for short, about query. And once again, to keep things simple, I'll just create a while loop, and we're gonna say while get result. Oh wait, we don't even need to do that actually. So we'll get rid of that. We'll just say about the user equals get result, and the name of the row is bio. Oops, keep doing that. Okay, so should be it. So if we just echo about the user on the profile page, hopefully we won't get any errors. So yep, and as you can see, this is working. So that's the text we showed up here. So that was just a simple query to retrieve that. And inside the profile left side content, we can just say there, we can just say text align justify, and then that just lines the text up a bit better. Okay, so now back to the account settings page. Okay, so now underneath this, I'm just gonna say first name, last name, and about the user query. Okay, so once again we'll create a new query, and it's going to be called get info. Doesn't really matter what you call them. MySQL query, and it's going to select first. Oh, let's just see, is that what we called the rows? I think that's what we called them. No, there was an underline. So select first name, last name. Oops. And as you can see, it does get a bit repetitive. So you don't. I'm sure you could work most of this stuff out for yourself if you needed to. So we could say from users or username equals user. The variable user is once again from our header.inc file, which is the session login, or user login even. And on the profile page, the variable username is whatever is in the top bar. So for example, since we use .htaccess, we don't need to type in profile.php. It still works. So what that does is it grabs whatever we put after u equals and it places it in the username variable. But since we use .htaccess to make it look better, we can just put in this, and it does the same thing. It grabs it from whatever is in the top bar is the value of the variable username. Okay, so next it is get row. We'll just say equals skill fetch get info, and then we can just say first name equals get row first name just no bother. So last name and I'm sorry this tutorial isn't what I was asked in the comments of the last video of the last one of the last videos, because I actually make these videos a few days before they're up, before I post them, so that I don't feel your sub box is just full of my videos, and leave a few days in between them so people can actually also watch them. So the value of first name is now we're going to set it to the variable we just created. So just check, is that what we called it? Yeah, okay. And last name is the same. And so is the text area. So text areas don't take the attribute value, so you just put it in between the open and closing text area tags or whatever you call them. Okay, so if we go to account settings, now as you can see, these have all been filled in. And if you're a new user, this should be blank. It's only filled in for me because I put in the dummy text up here. Okay, so now that's the query's done. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make another one, and we're going to actually submit what the person types into the database. So this is quite repetitive, so we're just gonna say submit what okay. So we'll create a new variable, and we'll call it. Actually, yeah, I'll do what I did last time. We'll call this db first name. Just to show it's the one that was in the database already, and db bio, db last name, and change these so that we can use the variables first name, last name, and bio for submitting the data, just to keep it simple. Let me just make sure that still works. Okay, where is it? Oh, it's okay. That's the only problem. Just make sure we didn't get any errors. Yeah, that's okay. So we changed the names correctly. So once again, we can say if what's it called? Send data. Okay. Then we'll say. Actually, I'm not sure. Can we use that twice? I'll just check. Right, that's okay. We can. So once again, if the form is submitted, or else do nothing. Okay, so we can say if the form submitted, create a variable called first name, which equals post first. Let's just make sure. I think I called it f name actually. So yeah, okay. So we called it f name. Create another one. Call it post l name. Oops. And bio is bio. Okay. So we're probably going to get errors from this. So if I just submit it, just hit enter. Yeah, okay, that's just an error because we didn't put anything in the password field. Oh, okay, I just realized the problem. But we also have this undefined index, so just to prevent that. I never realized this. So as you can see, if I hit enter, it says your password's incorrect because we told it that if the form submitted and there's nothing in the password, and the passwords and this password doesn't equal what's in your password field, or what's your password in the database, we're going to give it an error. So that error goes away even if I'm trying to update my profile info and not change my password. We get that error. Let me just check. Did I just think I found a problem? Okay, where's it? Yes. So I didn't realize this, but now if I try to log in with password again, it's gonna say it's incorrect. Now the only way for me to log in is if I type in cinema and I leave the password field blank. It lets me log in. So actually I'm going to fix that now. So what we can do is, it's really simple. We can just make another form, and we can just take this, right, and we just put it here. So we end the last form here. We still use the send data things, which should still work. And then underneath it, create a separate form for the action. Okay, so we create the form action of account settings. Okay, so that bit's the same. The only bit that changes now is we need to change it from send data to call it update. Oh wait, we just call it update info. We can leave that the same, it doesn't matter. So now we have two separate forms. So if I try to update something in this form, the last form won't interact with it. But we also still have the problem where if I type in, I just need to change. Currently my password is blank, so I just update it to password. Okay, so if I type in password and I leave the other two blank, it will still let me update my password. So we just need to make a simple check that says okay, so here's where it finally processes the query. So what we can just say here is if new, we can only do this for one because the other one checks if it's the same. So if new password, whoops, if strlang new password is equal to, or no, is less than or equal to 4, then we could say sorry, but your password must be more than 4 characters long. We could just say that, it doesn't really matter. And then we just say else, then we finish the query. And here we just we end the if statement. So hopefully that doesn't give us any errors. So just put my old password. I'll just change it to show you that worked. Let me just see, why is that? Okay, so I think I figured out what the problem was. So, where is it? Okay, sorry about that. So after a lot of like ages looking at what I did wrong, it turns out what I did was I put that in the wrong place and I'm supposed to close it off there. So now this will work. Okay, so if I type in password, which is my old one, I type in pass with 3 characters, I get the error. If I type in password, which is my old one, I type pass with 4 characters, I still get the error because if it's less than or equal to 4 characters. But as soon as I type in more than 4 characters, it works. Okay, so I'll just put back to password. Okay, so it works now. Right, we can move on. So it's time to try and let us update the first and last name. And then we'll do the bio for biography. So now we have that query, we can say if we can, I just thought of this, if strlen first name is less than 5 characters, then echo, no, actually let's say less than 3 characters. So we can say your first name must be must be 3 or more characters long. Okay, and then we can just copy this. And we just change this to last name. I mean, you can put whatever you want, so I'll just change these. And paste it again. No, that's okay, we don't need a thing for the bio. Okay, so now this won't submit anything, but if we say for first name it's 2 characters long, and last name is 4 characters long, and we try to submit it. Right, where's okay, let me see. Okay, so to check that this is actually being submitted, we can just, oh right, I just realized we changed this form from update data and from send data and to update info. So I just realized we're still checking if the send data variable is sent, and since this is a different form, this isn't submitting the send data. If I was to do the same thing again, but I clicked this one, now we get these 2 errors. Wait, yeah, we get the first error. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So we just need to change this to update info, and we also need to, before this, we need to create a new variable. This is probably like the most complicated page we've made so far, but it's pretty long-winded. So we can now say we'll create a new variable called update info, which equals update info, and just for good measure we can just do. Okay. So now if I was just to submit this the way it is, these fields are all acceptable, so I submit it. Okay, what the first. Okay, I made the same mistake again. So I just need to be careful of that. So now I fixed that. So if I once again submit this form, I should get no errors because these two fields are acceptable. But if I change this to be the first one being 2 characters long and the next one being 4 characters long, we will get first name must be 3 or more characters long. So if I was to change this to a name that's 3 characters long, I was to still make the same mistake for the last name. We get both. We get the last name error. Okay, so now we've checked that. We can say else okay, so now we've checked the string length of the first name and the last name. We can actually send what the actually I just thought for extra security we could put, so for added security we could just put this means, and actually I'll show you first. So I've added it to the first name field. So now if I was to put some PHP tags in here, we will be at oh yeah. So if I keep that the way it is, and I submit that, it should maybe. Okay, maybe it isn't. I just could put some random text in here. I don't know. Okay, so it isn't actually submitting for, well, it isn't actually doing what I expected it to do, so, but anyway, this is good practice because it means it stops people submitting tags. Oh wait, yes, I don't know what it is. It still actually is messing with the page, we just can't see it because I haven't echoed it. So if I was to say, just quickly, echo bio, because we haven't put any security on what goes through that, I could put some PHP tags in. So say I put in the variable first name, which is a variable on our page. Okay, whatever. Looks like it isn't showing up, but it's still good practice to strip the tags from the data before it's submitted. And we could do this in the passwords as well. So that just makes it harder for hackers and things to get into our website. So that's it sorted now, it's more secure. Right. So we can submit it to the database. So we can create another query called, just call it info submit query. Call it MySQL query. Oh no. Insert into, what was it? No, it's update. Okay, update first name, last name, and bio where can't actually remember, was it? Yes, okay. Oops. So it's update users set there. First name equal to first name. Last name equal last name. Oops. Okay. Once again, where username. Okay. So now that's done, we can just we can just say no, we don't need to. We just echo your oh sorry. Okay. So if I change this to if you can see this, it means then I click update. Okay, we get the successful map. Okay. Must have missed something. I'd see what I did. Yes, that should work. Let me see. Right, let's just try another field. So just set color, update it. Okay, so something's gone wrong. Okay, so I think I found what the problem was. I don't even think there was a problem actually. Well, I don't know what it was, but I think it's fixed. No, it isn't. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just get rid of that. I'm going to see, does this fix it? Okay, for some reason, there must be a bad field in here. Okay. So that one's working now. We can just do it again. This is actually exactly what I did to figure out what was wrong. So let's see, does that still work? But I did realize you have to refresh the page for you to notice any changes. So just give a random surname, doesn't matter. Yep, okay, so these work. And oh wait, I know what it is. And the reason bio I noticed doesn't work is because I was stupid and it's not the name I gave the text area. So just do that. I noticed that bio stays blank. So if you go down to here, we can see I called it about you. So if I just call it bio, now whatever I put in the bio field, okay, so the actual form can actually, there it's worked. So actually I don't know why. Right, we could just get rid of that, so that to the user they don't think that their information has not been updated. So alright, so what I need to just okay, let's just see, do we still get those right? Okay, so it doesn't matter. I know why that's being caused, and it's just because let's go up, update info isn't an if statement, and these variables are only declared in the if statement, so they're only declared if the form's been submitted. So since the form hasn't been submitted, we get the error for undeclared variables. But I'm just gonna leave that back. We could always say header what was it, user, no wait, we don't need to do that. We can just say user, so it should go to their profile. If that doesn't work, we can always redirect them with HTML. I don't know, just is something. Let's refresh, and we get sent back here. That's good, and it updates correctly. The only thing we're missing on the profile is actually showing their username, but that's no big deal. We can show that. So in the next video, I'll be making this picture where giving people a profile image, and maybe it depends. I've not really thought about it, so it depends how long it's going to take me to explain and create, but maybe making the post thing make posts refresh without refreshing the page. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, because as you can see, I just need to refresh it. Oh yeah, and also fix the problem with the posts. Well, we can fix some of it now. I'll just fix the I'll fix some of it now. There's one that's going to take a bit longer to figure out. Okay, so user added by, we can just change that to what was it? Okay, actually we can do this now. Okay, so we'll just create a query, a MySQL query, and what it's going to be called is added by query. I'm very inventive with my query names. So MySQL query so we'll be selecting the username from the users table, where Okay, actually, we don't even need to do that. It's much simpler to find out who added it. We can just go to our header file. Just copy this. No, actually, we'll copy it all. Yeah. And we'll go back to send post, session start again. And just paste this in. So now we can just say added by user. The added to is a bit more complicated, so we'll get onto that in the next video probably. So don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.